To this, you guys. So I'm teaching y'all about the divine presence of the Malkuth. Okay. So Malkuth means kingdom. It means sovereignty. Okay. So also it represents the kingdom. It's the final manifestation of divine energy into the material world. This is why I teach y'all about angelic manifestation, right? It is associated with the physical world, earth, sovereignty, and the divine presence of God, right? Now, so through the Malkuth, the material world is seen as not separate from the spiritual, but as the place where divine energy is realized and experienced, right? So this is why, when we're talking about the human experience, you have to be practical. You got to understand practical spirituality, right? Because the Malkuth teaches that spirituality, it's not just about abstract or intellectual understanding, right? But it involves actively engaging with the material world in a way that reflects divine presence. It emphasizes grounding, manifesting divine will in everyday life, and seeing the divine in the mundane. So listen, this is why inner work is important. In personal development or spiritual practices, working with Malkuth may involve being mindful of the physical world, connecting with nature, or engaging with the practical aspects of life in a spiritual way. Okay, so this is why you have to understand that the Malkuth is compared to the kingdom of heaven because it is the place where God's will is made manifest on earth, y'all. It's the spiritual realization of God's kingdom on earth through human consciousness and action. Okay? I'm talking about kingship. The physical world that one must transform through spiritual work, right? To elevate one's consciousness. And then you have to align it with the divine. And then you can have heaven here on earth, okay? I'm talking about kingdom. I'm talking about sovereignty. The Malkuth. I'm talking about I'm talking about the Shekinah. I'm talking about the glory of God, the feminine aspect of God. I'm talking about the divine bride. I'm talking about this mystical relationship between the masculine and the feminine, okay? That's what I'm talking about. The feminine aspects of the Malkuth. Listen, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm talking about the divine bride, right? So listen, y'all go back and watch my video, y'all, about broken covenant, rejecting the spirit of a harlot. I'm talking about, listen, this is a story about return, restoration, okay? And this woman, thy maker was her husband. The Holy One of Israel was his name. He was her redeemer, y'all. He was her redeemer. Listen, this is good. I'm teaching y'all, though, about the Malkuth, okay? The Malkuth. That is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the concept of sovereignty. I'm talking about the kingdom of God. That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm going to be back. I have more information. I got more downloads. And I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started, y'all. Okay? I'm just getting started. So, This is why God will have people, he said, return to me. He said, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning. Okay? Don't be too prideful to cry out to God, to ask God to help you, to turn back to him through fasting. Turn down your plate. Change your diet. Okay? And fast before God and mourn and weep and cry aloud and ask him to come in, and you want the Shekinah to dwell with you. Okay? I'm talking about the feminine aspect of God. That's what I'm talking about. The Malkuth. Okay? The kingdom, the sovereignty. This is what Malkuth means in Hebrew. Okay? That's it.